Have you checked out ChevetteReport.com? It's the newest cigar media outlet to keep you in the know with all things cigar lifestyle related. From press releases to reviews, we have it all covered. Be some of our first members to join ChevetteReport.com and be a part of the next step in the cigar culture. ChevetteReport.com. Welcome in. I hate that. Why am I hearing myself through you? Oh, that's because your mic is not muted. That's why I was hearing myself through you. Welcome into Chief Talk. It's another beautiful night here in Traveler's Rest. The weather's nice. The sun stays up longer. And we've got cigar smoke tonight. I'm going to be smoking a Villiger 1888. I will go ahead and preface tonight and announce first off, we've had 22 people just a couple seconds ago. We're down to 20 across both platforms now. But 11 weeks in a row, 20 plus people watching. So applaud yourselves. Give yourselves pats on the backs. You get the...
I don't think you'll have 20 next week.
The slow clap of doom. There will not be 20 next week, but there won't be a Chief Talk next week, so I won't have to break my my streak as long as we have more than 20 people or 20 or more people show up the week after PCA. The streak will continue. So welcome in, Bob the Cigar Guy. How are you doing this evening?
Man, I am doing all right. I am going to be firing up this Lancero Villiger Miami.
There you go.
Right? Nice little long drink of water right there. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. I actually enjoy this cigar in the Lancero. I haven't had it in any of the Vitola, I don't think, but I think it's tasty. I think tonight's going to be a fun night. I think it's going to be a edutainment because we don't know a ton about all the Villiger blends, and everybody else probably doesn't know much about the Villiger blends like we did with Dunbarton last week. I mean, that was everybody knew everything about everything.
Yeah, so Dunbarton and Drew Estate, we've had great success with because most people watching and us have a really good knowledge of the smokes we talked about. J.C. Newman was a little difficult audience-wise because not a lot of people smoked a lot of the brands that we had featured for J.C. Newman. Now, one of the things that I have changed up for tonight's show, and you guys may like this, you guys may not like this. I have changed up our bracket this evening to 8 contestants.
All right.
One of the reasons why, let me light this thing up.
Speaking of brackets, Drew Estate announced that the mystery cigar, this bad boy right here on Freestyle Live tonight, the mystery cigar was the new Blackened Shade to Black, right?
Shade black.
And
Instead of fade to
evidently, from what Willie was saying, is that wrapper, Jonathan Drew said that wrapper nobody else is using. Period. They're the only ones using that wrapper. So I was surprised it was blackened, but I like the cigar.
So I am smoking the 1888 Nicaragua. I'm going to say that because tonight's list has the 1888 Nicaragua and the 1888 Dominican Republic. But we have 8 of the blends that were listed on Villiger's website. I think they had 12 on the website, and then there were a few other cigars over on different tabs that I could have compiled to get to 16. But because I have a fear that most of these are just going to be voting on, like, I like the name, or I like the number 1 versus the number 8, I'm just going to vote for number 8 the whole entire time so we actually have an underdog, go. I think no matter what, and this is no knock to Villiger, I think it just has to do with a lot of the fact that Drew Estate, Dumbarton, J.C. Newman are smoked more and more common, bigger brand, at least American-wise, is that no matter who wins from the Villiger lineup,
right,
is going to get knocked out first.
Well, Villiger
in the 4.
A little backstory of Villiger. Villiger spent a lot of time on the very small cigarillos and the machine rolled cigars. They've really doubled down on going into the premium market in the past few years, and so they don't have as big a stable of cigars. But I can tell you, out of the Villiger cigars I smoked, the common thread between them is good construction, good quality, and the flavors are crisps. They're not muddy flavors. They're not just blandy flavors in between flavors. I mean, they really do hold up in the flavor profile and the burn.
So before we go any farther, and before I talk about tonight's stream a little bit more, I do want to say a big welcome and a hello to Mr. Gary Zanstra, Sean Crawley, Banker John, Jay Bates, Miss Diana Burns, Bob Ellis, D. Boyd, Supremo Tobacco, Miss Christy Whitmore, Michael Zachabek, Hunter Otts, Dan Burns, Wacky, The Packy, Georgie Dermandy, Jeremy Smith, let's see, Ronald Smith, Esther Asim, what's going on?
3 out of 4 road dogs.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Those are pretty good numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me come back over here and share my screen. I'm going to come over here and click on this bad boy. So this is the Villiger website. Now, I did check. They don't sell anything regulated on their website. So I don't think we'll get in trouble by showing the website. But I came over here, and like I said, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so 12 blends that were available on just this page, their normal page, right? And I just kind of went around and thought, oh, well, what do I think is going to be the number 1 seed, the number 2 seed, and so on and so forth. Villiger Miami, there was a really big push for that a couple years ago.
There was.
So I put Villiger Miami as number 1. I put the 1888 Nicaragua as 2, 1888 Dominican Republic as 3. I think I got this Corrida as number 4, and I was like, oh, it kind of looks like Lamborghini, right?
It kind of does.
So one of the things we're going to do tonight is going to be a lot of screen switching. Is we are going to, before we vote, we're going to do a little group reading on our matchups,
getting
right?
Smart,
so that we can make an educated guess based off of what's available on the website. Now I want you guys to tell me, do you like that idea? Do you think that's a bad idea? But that's what we're going to do. So no matter what you tell me, I'm going to do it anyways. I also want to say that tonight's show is not going to go the 2-hour run. We're
going 3.5 hours.
We've only got 8 cigars to do, so I assume our votes through our cigars are going to be rather quick. I'll come up here and grab a little focus for myself, bring it back. Chief in focus. Um, Brian, Supreme Tobacco, I knew that you had said that, so I included that, I do believe, on the bracket. So let's go ahead and bring up that bracket one more time so you guys can see the brackets. The Miami versus the Sandoro, the Corrida versus the Cuya Creme, the 1888 Nicaragua versus the La Vencadora, the 1888 Dominican Republic versus the La Libertad. Now, I did go ahead and include the numbers. I put the numbers myself this go around just so you guys know who's first seed, who's eighth seed, for, and so on and so forth, in case you guys just want to end up voting for underdogs no matter what the whole entire time. It makes it a little
Nobody
easier.
would do that.
Because, like, if the Sandoro beats the Miami, right, and then goes up against the Corrido or the Cuya Creme, who do you know is the underdog if I didn't, go ahead and put the number there. I take a lot of the things.
Notice he's knocking the Miami since that's what I'm smoking.
I'm smoking the 1888.
He didn't
Nicaragua.
talk about the 1888 Nicaragua.
Now, I'll say I went with this 1888 Nicaragua because it's on my desk and easy to get to. Wacky Packy says, I'm voting based on the coolness of the name of the cigar. Uncle Larry says,
you know what?
I'll take your guys' word for it for the cigar from Villiger. I will try.
Let's be honest. When you go into a humidor, a big humidor, especially when you first started out smoking, what the cigar looked like and the name and the branding, that was the reason why you picked that cigar. That's the first one you smoked. Now, if it sucked, you wouldn't smoke that one again. But
correct.
I mean, the banding and the boxing and the packaging and the provenance and all that stuff, that, nothing wrong with that.
Now, D. Boyd says, have you smoked the whole lineup?
I have not.
So I've only smoked off of this list 3 of the cigars: the Miami, the 1888 Nicaraguan, and the 1888 Dominican Republic.
I smoked the Crema as well.
So, if we would have only done cigars that we had smoked, this would have been a very short
bracket
night. We also go through crowdsourcing the information to participate every night. And I'm going to go ahead and get that up so I can get the name, the paper ready to type down names when necessary. Can
you believe 7 days till Vegas?
Yeah.
7 days.
And so if there are people who are watching Chief Talk this evening who have had some of these cigars, maybe they say, oh, I've actually had that one, so I'm going to vote for that one the whole entire way, no matter what. But whoever wins tonight gets their entry into the Final Four. The Final Four currently is the Liga Privada number 9 from Drew Estate, the J.C. Newman Julius Caesar from, what is it, Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust. It is the Sin Compromiso. And this evening, it will be one of these 8 cigars: the Miami, the Sandoro, the Corrida, the Cuya Creme, the 1888 Nicaraguan, La Vencadora, the Dominican Republic 1888, or the La Libertad. Whoever gets second place will go into the battle of the losers. And then the winner of the battle of the losers will take on the winner of the winners and see if maybe there's some vindication. I'm hoping
super upset.
I'm hoping for the upset from a certain Norteño. I would love to see that, because right now it's the Norteño versus, what was it? The American. Was it the American? The Norteño, the American, the Papasaka, and then whoever's second this evening. So without further ado, Animal says hello. Let's go ahead and don't vote, because what we're going to do is we're just going to go straight top to bottom this round. So the Miami versus the Sandoro. So I'm going to drop this. Don't vote yet. Go over here. and I'm going to bring up this page. So we're doing the Miami versus the Sandoro. So we've got one on top of the other. Makes it pretty easy for me to make sure that everything's still presenting on the screen. So let's click on the Villiger Miami, and let's look at the Villiger Miami a little bit and see what we're getting into here. They have this cigar. Well, there's no information on the cigar. How about that? That was quick.
All right. Well, the Villiger Sandoro Claro, there's
Hold
two.
on, we're not to that cigar yet. Because I'm presenting this on the screen, they're seeing what I'm seeing. So we have the Villiger Miami Robusto, the Laguito #1, the Canyonazzo, which was rated a 92 by Cigar Snob magazine. Oh, sorry, that's the Laguito. That was rated 92 by Cigar Snob magazine. Come back over here and see if Sandoro over here has any write-up on the cigar, because I do believe some of these cigars had write-up on them. Maybe they don't.
All right, so the Villiger Miami, the wrapper is an Ecuadorian Desflorado. The binder is Dominican Republic, and the filler is Dominican Republic. That's all it says about the blend.
So it's the Churchill Villiger Sandoro Colorado was rated a 93 on Cigar Aficionado. And what was the Miami? Was that rated a 93 or a 92? A 92. Ooh. So go ahead and start contabulating your votes over there. We'll go ahead and start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just click on this comment so I don't lose it. I'm going to present my screen again over here. Come over here. Put this here so you guys have the names. This is the Miami versus the Sandoro. I am totally don't have my little tally checker over here. Cigar Guy, do you know what you're going to vote for? I think
the Miami.
Miami, because you've smoked the Miami. I'm going to vote for the Sandoro just because it was rated one tick higher than the Miami was. So we got the Miami one, the Sandoro one. I'm going to come over here and grab some comments. Bob Ellis, Banker John, D Boy, John Jensen, Jay Bates. That's 5 for the Miami. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then come over here to Adam Wolf, who's going to jump on the Sandoro. Diana Burns is on the Miami. Georgie said Miami because of Florida. Wacky Packy says, welcome to Miami. That's an old Will Smith throwback. Supremo Tobacco, Miami and the Palm Trees. Michael Zakovic with the Miami. Dan Burns and the Sandoro team. Christy Whitmore with the Miami. Hunter Otts with the Sandoro. Sammy Flo and Jimmy Vaughn, both with the Miami. Jeremy Smith with the Sandoro. And that is 23 votes. And the Miami came out with 14 of them. So Miami would come over here, grab this, click on that old Miami. And then I'm going to come over. I want to leave that up on the screen right now. I'm going to come and write everybody's name who participated that go round. If you don't know, Bob, tell them how can they get entered to get in the giveaway this evening.
To get into the giveaway this evening that will be given out later next month, all you have to do, is to vote. That's all you got to do. Just leave a vote
during the live.
During now.
So those who
during the
are
live.
watching
absolutely
later, your votes, hopefully you'll be live in a couple weeks.
So while you're tabulating that, would you like me to talk about the Villiger Corrida Nicaragua?
I would like for you to talk about what they can win first.
All right. What you can win is 4 cigars, one of each of our phenomenal contestants. You will get something from Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust, something from Drew Estate, something from Villiger, and something from J.C. Newman. And we always do value added, so something might slip in the box. I'm just saying. These will be, if you win this week, you can't win next week. If you won last week, you can't win this week or next week. Whether we allow everybody to vote and win on the big one, we have yet to be disclosed, to be determined by Chief at a later moment. And while Chief is doing that, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all that I have gotten a ton of press releases from PCA. PCA gives all the manufacturers all the media outlet information, and there are a ton of new releases. Gurkha's got Mike Tyson cigar. There's a gorgeous box, a Dragon. It's not called Dragon. It's called something else from El Septimo. The Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust is getting rid of the Sober Mesa name, and it's now going to be changed to Sober Mesa something else, Solus or something like that. They also are coming out with the Lancero lines. The Wagashi is going to be national release. Sadly to me, Foundation Cigars, Nick Melillo is getting rid of the Wise Man and Wise Man Maduro. Wise Man Maduro is one of my favorite cigars from them. And they are changing them up because they are bringing in 2 new amazing looking sticks, which really look a lot like that new design with the circle in the middle and triangles on the side. Like the Menelik. Yeah, and also
it's the same exact logo, it's just different color.
Is it? Which kind of all leads to the order of the whatever, the Ethiopian award he got.
George Germany says visiting JC Newman's factory this Saturday.
Oh, man. I'm jelly.
Right before old PCA kicks up. So we're going to do the Corrida versus the Cuya Creme. I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and then I'm going to put this screen on. Come over here. Come back. So we are doing the Corrida.
Little known fact, Corrida is Spanish for bullfight.
Is that what that is?
Yes, it is.
So this, Bob Ellis had said earlier, it kind of reminded him of the Camacho bands. So you've got some Brazil tobacco, some Nicaraguan tobaccos, the Dominican Republic tobacco, and some Honduran tobacco. So you got a lot of variety there.
United Nations of tobacco.
Beautiful, beautiful cigars. There's a description. So if I just click on the cigars, there's a description. So we'll click on the description here of the. We'll go down to the Brazilian. I want to look at the Brazilian. Let the Corrida Brazil carry you away to the land of samba and pure joie de vivre. Temperamental, exceptional, and thrilling. The unmistakable personality of this unique cigar shows off the complexity of Brazilian tobaccos without seeking to dominate. The precious Arapiraca wrapper introduces a subtle but finely spiced sweetness, which underpins the notes of cacao and coffee to perfection.
I hate Chief, but it's Arapiraca.
Yeah, that's funny because I said pure joie de vivre and Arapiraca correct, but I struggle with temperamental.
That doesn't sound like a way you would describe a cigar. Temperamental. It's kind of odd.
But I got a French saying, and I got a Nicaraguan variety of, or I guess a Brazilian variety of tobacco. So what was that? The Corrida versus the Cuya Creme. So let's come back over here.
What do you think of the cigar you're smoking?
It's not bad. It's actually really nice. Very, very mellow, but
not boring.
Yeah. So
Clean
we've
flavors.
got a 92 rated cigar over here with the Cuya Creme. We'll go ahead and click on this one. The Villiger Cuya Creme is named after Diego Velázquez de Cuellar, the first Spanish governor of Cuba, and a creamy, smooth, delicate, and well-balanced flavor and aromas of this cigar. It is a 2 out of 5 Toro Gordo. They say that it's an 80-minute smoke. Let's see. Let's look at this old torpedo over here. 45-minute smoke on the torpedo. Right? Look at that. It's the Churchill. It's 60 minutes. Whoa. So You come up over here to the Toro Gordo, and that bad boy's 20 minutes more of a smoke than the Churchill. So we'll go ahead and open the voting now between the corrida, and if I can get back to, I'm trying to keep language PG. I got so many screens up right now. I'm fumbling around trying to figure which screen I want. So there's the spelling. I will go off of what I believe you were typing. So if you don't spell it correct, if you just do the Corey versus the CK,
Or 4 and 5.
I know that you weren't trying to go with the old Krispy Kreme or 4 and 5. That's not a bad. No, don't do that. Don't do that because then I got to remember which is which. I'm gonna vote for the Couillère Crème.
I as well.
That's 2 for the Couillère Crème. So we'll start over here with the Mr. D Boyd, who's going the creme as well. Jeremy Smith with the Lamborghini. Adam Wolf with the creme. Georgie Dermody with the creme. Banker John with the creme. Bob Ellis, Corrida. The Wacky Packy Couillère Krispy Kreme. I'm with you there. Supremo Tobacco. I already knew you were going to the Couillère Creme. Shad Bates with the Corrida, my man.
Diane, are you telling Dan which one he's supposed to pick again tonight?
Ronald Smith with the Corrida. Diana Burns also with the Corrida. Dan Burns with the Corrida. Michael Zakovic with the old Krispy Kreme. Go over here to the Couillère Creme. Mac Bergson with the Krispy Kreme. Jay Bates with the cream. Christy Whitmore with the cream. John Jensen with the Corrida. Let's see. Hunter Otts with the Krispy Kreme. AW.
With Burns called me a liar. That's funny.
Kreme. Sammy Flo with the Corrida. But it's 14-9. That's 25 people watching that we have currently watching. Now, before I say who won, I do want to give a big shout out to Mr. Jay Bates, Sammy Flo, Ronald Smith, and Jay Bates from the love button over on Facebook. Christy K, Christy Whitmore, Steve Harvey, Jeremy Smith, Mike Rockdashil, and Dan Burns hitting the like button over on Facebook. And to all 20 of you who are watching on YouTube right now, I'm sure you all have hit the like button. I do greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to hide this current comment because I know we had a couple new voters and put the old Couillère Crème up because it won by a large margin. And I'm going to come over here, pull this up, and add in the names of people who voted around this go-round. Who I did not get last go. Matt Bergson gets entered in.
So while Steven is tabulating the names, it'd be a perfect time for me to stop dead air and talk about my guest host next week at PCA for Villiger PCA After Dark show. It'll be the one and the only Mr. Mac Bergson. Yes, he is committed to be there at least one night, hopefully all nights. We are going to have a blast and a hoot. This is going to be a sponsored content by Villiger. This is something new that we are trying. So if you get a chance, pop onto the live just so that we can have some analytics. I think you're going to have a blast seeing it. I'm going to try and five-finger discount a bunch of stuff from a bunch of booths and kind of show you the goodies that I got. Of course, I'll put them back. I'm not going to take anything I'm not supposed to, maybe, unless it's really, really good. But I think it's going to be fun. And we're going to kind of talk about PCA and some of the neat things and some of the exciting things and just have a good time for an hour, hour and a half. It won't be as cool as Chief Talk, of course, but it will be entertaining, I believe.
Mac Bergson, your name has
back to you, Chief.
Your name's been tabulated. Was he saying something? I said, "Hey, everyone, boarding a plane." Well, I know you're boarding a plane too. No, but PCA next week. Quick little intermission to the show there. We're going to be at PCA next week. We'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and coming back on Monday. So we're gonna have a live stream, probably Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night.
It's 3 nights, so Might be Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night.
4 nights.
We're value added. If I got content and it's going to be fun, we'll throw another day out. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm going to try to get people to come over and people may be walking by, and I'll say, "Hey, come jump on this. Come jump on the lot." I don't care. I'll grab anybody I can. Family friendly, of course.
So I do have new names added to our PCA list. So it's the names that we have already ready down to interview are the likes of J.C. Newman, Casa 1910, Drew Estate, Postani, Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust, Villiger, Aganorsa Leaf, Adventura, Leffen Lam, Scandinavian Tobacco Group, Roma Craft, House of Horvath, My Father Cigars. I also have a contingency. Hey, come meet up with us, and we'll try to work you in with Foundation Cigar Co. They didn't have any time slots available that worked with us, but they said they wanted to get an interview done, so maybe they'll try to work something around. Maybe it's Nick Melillo. Maybe it's somebody who works for Foundation. Either or, I'd like to be able to look and see the new cigars that are going to be produced by or rolled by out of My Father for Foundation Cigars.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
The new Wise Ranch.
And let's face it, the only reason we're going is so we can get free cigars. Isn't that what all cigar media does, right? So I'm going to make sure I go by that booth at least twice.
That's going to be soundbite
to get free cigars, right? I mean, that's all we're there for is free cigars and clicks, right? Because that's the whole of who we are.
We do have 3 time slots still open. 4 time slots still open. We're going to try to sneak in some. Did I not? You know who I don't think I've reached out to yet?
Who?
El Pulpo.
Oh my gosh.
Whoops.
Oh my gosh.
No, we might be just sliding by them and saying, "Hey, you want to do a quick interview again?"
It worked last time.
I assume we'll probably have some of that this year at the show again, like we did last year. Because last year we had Ocho Cinco as a random one, Drunk Chicken Cigars as a random, El Pulpo as random, Founder Cigar was random, Cigars for Warriors was random.
Was Family by Loyalty random?
No, I booked them. I think I'm pretty sure I booked them. I had it on the tip of my tongue and then you started talking. Dolly was ATL was random.
ATL.
So we'll hopefully.
It is so hard. There are so many great interviews we want to get, and based on schedule, I just couldn't take any more days off. We had to miss a whole day, which really choked us down to only 18 spots, 16, 18 spots. So I mean, you're there, and there are hundreds. In excess of 100 different vendors, and you want to see all of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 slots, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 slots.
I mean, I really wanted to do Cigar on the Bottle. Okay. I really wanted to do Karen Berger, her cigar line. I wanted to go back and hit all the ones we had.
With doing Scandinavian Tobacco Group, it's not just Scandinavian Tobacco Group. Like Scandinavian Tobacco Group is
huge,
a bunch of brands. So
like Altadas
we have that. So I'm going to stop sharing that screen. I'm going to present this screen. Hit this button over here. Come over here. Come back over to the Villiger website. And we are doing the 1888 Nicaraguan, which is what I am smoking, versus the La Vincadora. The Villiger de Nicaragua. Or no, sorry, this is the Villiger de Nicaragua. I need the 1888.
There it is.
There it is. I knew it was in that part of the screen. I just hadn't grabbed it. Rated a 92. The Toro, the historic year 1888, the Villiger was founded, gave rise to the first handmade premium cigar to bear the Villiger name, the Villiger 1888. It is now followed by the next excellent cigar to bear this great name, the Villiger 1888 Nicaragua. The new Cigar Star, available in 3 formats: Coronita, Robusto, Toro, packed in an elegant dark blue cabinet box of 20, which will be an absolute eye catcher in any humidor. Character medium bodied tobaccos that provide a pleasant aromatic smoking experience, subtle notes of leather and pepper taste, cool and luscious with mints of chocolate and honey. Now, I have not experienced any chocolate or honey in this cigar, but I have gotten some of that medium to body tobacco with the subtle hints of leather. A little bit of pepper is there, and it is luscious. I don't not like this cigar. And then we're going up against the La Vencadora, which is right here. I chose this one just because the name was cool.
It sounds like an uprising or something.
Ooh, rated a 94, the highest rated so far on the list. The La Vencadora is an old Cuban cigar brand name retired in the 1950s and acquired by Heinrich Villiger during the 1970s. This is a 60-minute smoke with a 4 out of 5 profile. That nice black band kind of makes it seem kind of like it's going to be a heavier stick.
It's going to be a street fight.
So let me figure out which tab I need to come over here and touch. Man, working tonight. I'm going to go the 1888 Nicaragua.
I as well.
Because I'm smoking it, and I have smoked it before. So I'm going to go that route. Jordan Young says, hey, you guys going to the Kentucky Barn Smokers this year? Yes, sir. We'll be there. Robert Cash is here. And then here's our votes. John Jensen. Going with the 1888 Nicaraguan. D. Boyd, the Nicaraguan 1888. My boy, Ronald Smith, and his boy, Jeremy Smith. Looks like we're just getting votes for nothing but the 1888. Bob Ellis, I think I got you on there. Christy Whitmore, 1888, 1888. We've got 23 people watching. It's 10, 12, 13. So that is now over 50%. We did have 2 of the Vencadoras. So the 1888 Nicaraguan is going to be taking that round.
Not close fights tonight.
No, not at all. Now let me come over here and see. Let's see. Okay, make sure anybody else new voted for.
Robert Cash commented, but I don't know if he voted.
He did not. He says, doing the family reunion? No, we will not be at the family reunion. I didn't see anybody new vote that round.
I'll be in Europe during the family reunion.
Gary Brooks says, these aren't DTT. Nope, that was last week. Come back in 2 weeks, and DTT will be fighting one of either Drew Estate or Villiger or JC Newman. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do it. Do I do what the people want and do Drew Estate versus JC Newman and Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust versus Villiger? Because I think we know how that's going to end. I think that ends up with Drew Estate 1, Saka 1, DTT 1, and then we put off Saka versus Drew. Or do I do Drew Estate versus Saka and Villiger versus Hoyt and Nicaragua or JC Newman? And then I feel like if I do that, then whoever wins between Saka and Dumbarton Tobacco or Drew Estate is just going to take that in the landslide, 30-1. So I think we'll probably do, I don't know, maybe we'll do a spin wheel that week. Maybe we'll let fate decide on the spin wheel.
I don't know, because you've been set this up where you rank number 1 and number 2 and number 3 and number 4. And if we had to rank them, Drew Estate and Saka would be 1 and 2.
If you had to rank our top 3 right now, what would you rank for our top 3? Number 9, Sin Compromiso, Julius Caesar.
We going by the cigar or by the company? Okay, if we're going by the company, Drew Estate has a very deep portfolio, and
We're
Saka
not
is
going by the
not as
company. We're
deep.
going by the
But
cigar.
out
It's
of
not Drew Estate versus Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust. It's the League of Nine versus the Sin Compromiso.
Sin Compromiso,
You would take the Sin Compromiso over number 9?
hands down.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm not big on the 9 or 52. I'm not. I mean, they're good. They're great for what they are, but
Oh, it tells me now that people have hit the care button over on Facebook. Thank you,
Aw.
Sim. Hit the care button on Facebook.
the heck is the care button?
It's the hug heart.
Oh,
Adam Wolf, Mac Bergson, and Francie Bob Ellis, thanks for hitting the love button on Facebook, and Michael Zakovic, thanks for hitting the like button over on Facebook. I don't know. Maybe I think we'll make Drew Estate and Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust 1 and 2, or sorry, the number 9 and the Sin Compromiso 1 and 2, and then we will put a spinner wheel and decide who Drew Estate's fighting, and then whoever is left will be who Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust. So either Drew Estate will either get.
Well, you could do a spin wheel for DTT and Drew Estate as 1 and 2 on a spin wheel, and then the other 2 on a spin wheel as well.
Oh, we could. Or we could just do it all on a spin wheel.
No.
Let it be truly impartial. Now, if any of these cigar companies want to up their sponsor amount within the next 2 weeks, I will rig the spin wheel per $1,000 amount.
We will be in PCA next week, face to face with these people.
So our last fight is the 1888 Dominican versus the La Libertad. So let's come over here and present my screen here. So we're doing what? The 1888 Dominican versus the La Libertad. So which one are we going to see? There's La Libertad. We'll do Libertad. Whoops. Ooh, a little gordito there. Look at that.
I smoked that cigar.
Rated a 90. I have not.
We've got it in Cigar of the Month clubs.
So this is the La Libertad, has a Criollo wrapper from Jalapa, which wraps the binder from the valley located in the Dominican Republic. The filler tobaccos are made from Seco Jalapa, Viso Esteli, and Ligero Esteli. So almost Nicaraguan Puro. Without the Dominican binder, it would have been a Nicaraguan Puro, resulting in a blend that meets the highest smoking demands. The cigars have a multifaceted flavor profile that blends harmoniously with various flavor noodles that have a strong flavor enriched with dark chocolate, coffee, spices, and caramel. And then we're going to come up here to the 1888 Dominican Republic. And this one was rated a 90. So the Villiger 1888, named after the year Villiger was founded, was the first handmade premium cigar to bear the Villiger name. So this is the same exact write-up for the Nicaragua, just a Dominican Republic tobacco.
If I'm not mistaken, that one came out before the blue.
Well, based off of that information, based off of what we were able to read, and kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to read these is to get a little bit of a background with you guys at the same time of the cigars. And so reading that, I am going to vote for the La Libertad, not Dad. Bob Cigar, which way are you going?
I'm going the same. We've gone the same each one tonight.
So boring. So boring. Ronald Smith's calling me daddy.
Ooh.
He corrected it with the Libertad. Gary Zanstra with the 1888. Jeremy Smith with the Libertad. John Jensen with the Libertad. Adam Wolf, Wacky Packy. Michael Zakovic, Supreme Tobacco, Bob Ellis, Georgie, Dermondy. So that's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dan Burns with the Dominican Republic. D-Boy with the Libertad. 1888 for Mr. Sammy Flo. Which one had the chocolate? That was the Libertad. Sim going with the Libertad. Jay Bates with the anti-chief vote. Chrissy Whitmore with the Libertad. Gary Brooks going with the Dominican Republic. There are 20 people watching, and we have 13 votes tabulated for the Libertad. So come back over here and do the La Libertad. And then while you guys are looking at our updated list, I'm going to come over here and update Gary Brooks onto the voting list because he had not voted yet currently. I don't think we've had anybody else comment that I have not gotten names down for. Let me see. John Jensen, we did get you this time. Don't worry. So we're good. We're all there. Jeremy Smith said, "Give the people what they want." So I think in 2 weeks, I've got 2 weeks to think about what I want to do. Not that I'm going to have like 7,000 things to think about in between that time and now. So
just going there to get free cigars.
It'll probably be a fly by the seat of my pants 2 hours before the show, figure out what I want to do. But that's how this whole entire series has been. And I do want to give a big thank you to everybody who has participated. John Jensen with the fist bumps. I do want to give a big thank you to everybody who's participated over the past 4 weeks. Chief Talk has performed extremely well on both platforms, Facebook and YouTube. That comes down to people commenting, it comes down to people liking, and people sharing. So I do greatly appreciate that. Bob the Cigar Guy appreciates it as well.
Absolutely.
There are also many people who are pretty new to the Chief Talk fam, who have joined within the maybe the past 2 months or so, but have been really active within the chat. And you know what? I'm thankful that all you guys had to do is vote one time
and then get off.
And then you didn't have to be here to win. You didn't have to participate in any of the other votes. It could have come down to Bob and I voting one or the other or two and then having to use a spin wheel, like we did last week with Saka. But you guys have hung out and stuck out. And I'm thankful for especially the newer watchers who have joined in the fold of the people who have been here for the past few years with Chief Talk.
Yeah.
I appreciate you all equally and greatly, and I wish you could all win, obviously. But
I think you hit a home run on this. You came up with this all by yourself, and you put all this together, and the evolution of Chief Talk over the past 5 years has really grown.
Chris Whitmore says we are hanging out with y'all because y'all cool.
All right.
That's like 3 people who think I'm cool now. All right, so
you
let's
got
go.
3 kids and a wife. You only got 3 people that think you're cool.
I don't know if my kids think I'm cool. I think Shepard thinks I'm cool, but Shepard doesn't know no better.
Your mama loves you.
And then my wife, she has to think I'm cool, legally. So, so we'll go this time. I'm not going to go ahead and switch back over to the Villiger website anymore. We've already done a rundown of the cigar, so that's one thing I can stop focusing on and get back a little bit of my sanity. So we have the Villiger Miami versus the Cuya Creme. Bob the Cigar Guy, which way are you going?
Miami.
You're going Miami. I'm going the Creme, baby. Creme de.
Are you really?
Yeah, sure I am. I'm a fan. Not that I haven't had the cigar.
That's because Supremo Tobacco, that's his favorite cigar. It's DLBC stick together. You're blaming Jay Bates for going against you, but I think you done side with the Tobacco Man.
Whoa! I'm not allowed to have loyalty to my friends. My friends have loyalty to me. I got loyalty to them.
Jay Bates is your friend. Mac Bergson's your friend.
And Mac Burton, he's not my. He don't want to be my friend. He wants to be my anti-friend. He likes to pick on me all the time.
So not true. He wants to be your uncle.
Georgie with the Miami. Dan Burns with the Miami. Christy with the Miami. Jeremy Smith with the Miami. Got 20 people watching. That's 12 votes for the Miami. So the Miami takes the victory.
Takes the win
right there. I think that's the first one I've lost on. So you're beating me by one now. Now last week I beat you like handedly.
It's because I didn't vote with my friends. I voted with my palate.
Okay. Now let's do a crowns. Or put crowns in there somewhere. You'll vote for crowns every time.
Man, crowns is good.
It's like your top 20 cigars from last year. You put your Selección de Mercado up high because of friendships and connections.
No, I did it based on palate. I have integrity and morality.
We need to get more money from some of these sponsors.
I have integrity and morality.
We need to get a cheap version of a polygraph tester in here, so we can pull out tasers and stuff and tase each other.
I want to get the labor simulator for the strength of the pain. I think that would be hilarious if we did that.
Brian says, "Rip to the cram." Yeah, it got torched. I tried, Brian. I tried. I could proxy vote 30 votes if I want, though. I'll keep that in my back pocket at all times. Bob Cigar Guy only has a proxy of 4. So create a Bob Cigar Guy talk, and you can have your own 30 proxy. I got a chief talk, so I get 30, you get 4.
So when we go to PCA, we're going to go ahead and presuppose the chief talk, and we'll just vote while I'm doing PCA After Dark with Bob the Cigar Guy and Matt
I would
Bergson.
love to see you try to put together a production.
Dude, I can do that. I get my legal pad, my Sharpie, and I just hold it up to the screen. See, Country Boy can't survive.
Jay Bates over here trying to.
Jay, I love you.
Come protect him from his garage.
Did you see Jay's new calendar?
No.
It's Ted Lasso.
Oh, is it?
That's right. You got to believe.
George Germany is boycotting Carhartt. I'm not wearing Carhartt this evening. So we'll go the 1888 Nicaragua versus the La Libertad. It would have been kind of funny to have the Dominican Republic versus the Nicaraguan.
Right.
But this is our lowest ranked seed in the number 6 versus the number 2. I'm going to go with the 1888 Nicaragua because it's a good cigar. I like it.
I'm going to deliver that.
Oh, of course you are. Imagine that. So much hate for you, Chief. Why can't we all get along? See, this is what they thrive on.
Wacky, you're
Look,
new.
Hold on. This is what they thrive on. This is how they get through their week. They go home. They don't beat their wives. They don't go kick their dogs.
Chief
they don't
gives
go
out more than he gets.
Assault their garage doors. They don't go make tool sales. They come here and they pour out all of their testosterone
Chief
and their
causes
aggression
all this shade
on helpless Chief on this side of the computer who has
Chief
to make
wants
sure
to bring
he
people
makes
together, but he brings them together
image of
against
everything.
him. Chief deserves all that he gets. Listen to him. He needs a safe space, and it's not in the studio. That's for sure.
All right. So Ronald Smith with the 1888 Nicaraguan, Dan Burns with the 1888 Wacky Pack with the Libertado, Bob Ellis with the 1888, Adam Wolf with the Libertado, Miss Diana Burns and Supremo Tobacco over here with the 1888 Georgie Dermody, with the Libertad, John Jensen with the Libertad, Gary Brooks with the John Jensen was 1888. I ticked it. I just said Libertad. Gary Brooks, Nicaraguan, Michael Zakovic, 1888. D. Boyd with the Libertad, 1888 from Miss Christy Whitmore. Jay Bates trying to get in good favor with the Chief, 1888. Honorat's the La Libertad. It is 11-6 currently, so we definitely need to. So we got people laughing at me. It's not enough that I pour my heart and soul. Brian says, "Someone clip this meltdown." It would have been a great clip if somebody would have been talking the whole entire time. Ronald Smith says, "If Dapper Cigar Co's at PCA, give them a look." I'd love to stop by Dapper. Wacky Baggy says, "Chief needs a hug." Jeremy Smith says, "Chief needs a hug." Diana Burns is laughing at me. Christy Whitmore says, "That was awesome." Adam Wolf says, "Chief wants some cheese for that wine." Georgia Germany is trying to get a group hug going on. Christy Whitmore is also saying group hug. Gary Brooks, Chief is the...
Go ahead,
That's
buddy.
the dude who plays the
rainbow song. Yeah. He's dead now.
Izzy. I think that's what he went by. I'm going to go by Izzy. David says, "We're getting new coats at U of M, and I voted for the Carhartt Chief, so there." Backpack says, "Clearly Chief thought this was a safe space."
No, he knows better.
Gary Brooks says, "Bringing people together." Or Gary Brooks says, "Bring people together." Jeremy Smith said, "Libertad." J-Bait says, "Chief needs a timeout. Full screen for Singing Bob." No, we're not full screening Singing Bob this evening. The 1888 Nicaragua did win, though. Even with Jeremy Smith's late addition to the Libertad. Libertad. So it's, look at that. Number 1 versus number 2. Imagine that. Imagine that. Now, you tried to go for the underdog. You went for the Libertad, the anti-chief vote. Even though you've smoked more 1888 Nicaraguas, you didn't even remember that the Libertad was the cigar until you saw a picture of the band.
Here's the thing. I was thinking it was the other 1888. I would have actually voted for the 1888 Nicaragua, the blue band.
Of course you would have.
For whatever reason, I thought it would
have
been.
But for posterity reasons, Mac Bergson's on a plane, and we hope Mac Bergson lands safely and not fast.
As Wacky Packy would say, Chief, you just need to shake it off. Shake it off.
So we're gonna go the number 1 Miami versus the 1888 Nicaragua. I'm gonna go the 1888 Nicaragua.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
So you're going Miami?
Of course I am.
Of course you are. Of course you are. Of course you are. Does that sound good? Does it feel good when I do that to you?
Kind of does.
Does it feel good when I stoop down to your stupid level?
Do it again. Do it again.
Jerks.
Do it.
Jeremy Smith with the 1888.
Baby.
Georgia Germany with the Miami. D. Boyd with the Miami. Bob Ellis, Adam Wolf with the 1888. Diana Burns with the Miami. Gary Brooks with the Nika. Christie with the Miami. Michael Zakovic with the Miami. Gary Zanstra with the Miami. Ronald Smith with the Nika. Dan Burns with the 1888. It's 7-7, and now it's 9-7 and 10-7 because Jay Bates. We got 22 people, so wait, there we go. Supreme Tobacco coming in. It's 10-8. 10-8.
Attaboy. He needs a boba straw, one of them big straws.
Says the guy who has ducked me at PCA for 2 years in a row. He's never broken my fingers, by the way.
No, I haven't broke his fingers. I stabbed him.
George Nermy says, "Can we get a BTCG country album called Bob's Version?"
Steven has broken my finger and my foot, and at times my heart.
That can be your first song. Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart.
Get a mullet.
Chief got his feelings hurt, so call a friend.
You could be a songwriter.
Sure. John Jensen with the 1888. It's 10-9. We have 20 people watching. One person votes 1888 who hasn't voted yet. Sammy Flo tied it up. So you know what this means.
You got a wheel?
I'm going to go have to do the wheel. How about that? Villiger broke out the wheel.
Interesting.
I don't care if anybody else votes. I'm going to the wheel regardless. Because there's not 21 people watching. You'll get your name entered, but the wheel's going down. All right, so let's clear all of this. There we go. So we're doing the 1888 Nicaraguan. And the Miami. Right?
Yes.
All right. So let's close these ads so I don't get busted for my ads again. Remove that. Share screen. All right. We're doing best 2 out of 3.
Yes.
One spin.
Let's do 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. We're going to do 2 out of 3. So this is, make sure we're presented on the screen. We are presented on the screen. Fantastic. Come back over here. I'm not going to have to shuffle because it's just 2 names. So first go is the
One
Villiger.
spin. That's it. We're done.
Miami.
We're done. It's the one spin.
Close. All right. So spin number 2. Oh,
There it is. There it is. Miami. The wheel loves me. Today.
Clear those off so when we come and do the names here in just a minute. Oh, wait. We got to present to the bracket. What is the number 1 Miami? So that's your Villiger winner, everybody. Congratulations. Come and do this little number right here. So I've got all right. Save that to my desktop. That's your winner for the Villiger. The number 1 seed took it. Now, the last time we had a number 1 seed take it was the number 9, if I remember correctly, because the Julius Caesar was not number 1, and the Sin Compromiso was not number 1. So, out of 2 of the brackets, the number 1 won twice.
All right.
So, it pays to be number 1.
At least half the time.
Hey, because the JC knew the Sin Compromiso and the Julius Caesar were not both. Like, Sin Compromiso was number 2, I think. And I want to say the Julius Caesar was in the double digits.
Possibly.
So you have a better percent chance winning being a number 1 seed. So next week, or the next time we do this, whoever gets the number 1 seed, watch out.
It's gonna be a game changer. It's gonna be a game changer.
So with our current top 4, who do you think is going to come out on top?
Sin Compromiso.
You think?
I do.
So we've got the number 9, the Sin Compromiso, the Villiger Miami, and the Julius Caesar. I want to know, you guys, what do you guys think is going to win? What do you guys think is going to take the cake? I think number 9 is going to take it.
Do you?
Yeah. I think we have more Drew heads than we do Steve heads.
Possibly.
It'll also be the first show back from PTA, so
right.
We're probably going to have a lot of people, that are going to come on. We'll advertise it. Maybe more people come on, just because of the fact that they want to see who wins.
And of course, we're going to talk about PCA.
Yeah, we'll have all sorts of PCA stuff. We might
Yeah.
even have some small teaser video to put out
Right.
On the show as well. George Germany saying number 9. D Boyd saying number 9. Bob Ellis number 9. But my vote would be the Sin. Mike Backy's going the Sin Compromiso. Adam Wolf's the number 9. Diana Burns the number 9. Gary Brooks says Sin should win, but I do enjoy the Julius. Gary Brooks is going to be very conflicted because the Steve Saka blended the number 9. He also blended Sin Compromiso, so we'll have to see what type of fan Gary truly is. Is he a Steve Saka fan or is he a Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust?
So if the 1 or 2 seed wins, Saka won.
Steve Saka himself won, yeah. But the company Drew Estate wins if the number 9 wins. Brian says the 9. D Boyd says Sin Comp kicks my booty. Gary's answer said the number 9. Michael Zakvak saying the Sin. Sean Crawley with the 9. John Jensen the 9. Jeremy Smith is saying T52. Now, out of the runners-up, though, that'll be kind of fun because we've got the Norteño, the American, the Papasaka, and the Villiger 1888 Nicaraguan. I personally think the Papasaka is going to take it. I love the Norteño, but I love the Papasaka way more.
My vote would be for the American.
Um,
But I don't think American's going to make it. I think it should. Because you buy the first one for the flag, but the next one for the flavor.
All right. So Jeremy Smith says Papasaka by a landslide. Oh, you already know it. So let's come over here. Grab these names. Whoops. Copy. And come over here and put into our wheel of names. Come to the stream. Share my screen of the wheel picker. I wish I could get this thing respinning again. Or if I can update the page. Aha! There we go. How about that?
How about that?
Looks more fun when you do it that way. Seems a little more random. When you do that way. Maybe I should have done that. So I'll do that the next time when we do our scroll. I'll refresh the page so that it is actively spinning and not so much left up to, well, is it spinning the same
Speed.
weight every single time? Is that why it, and I think if we end up having to use the scroll wheel again, maybe not do it 50%, maybe do it 10%, do 5. Let's just say we'll go number 9 versus
Make it easy, it
do
more
5
interesting
number
to the last
9,
second.
do
Yeah.
5 and make it go back and forth, switch back, blah, 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 or whatever. And then everybody seems to have a little bit more of an equal chance at
And it just looks more fun because once it starts slowing down, you can kind of tell
you
where
already
it's going to land.
know what it's going to be.
Mhm.
So these are the names that entered in for the votes this evening. Again, whoever. So I can take Jay Bates' name out of here. And who won last week? Was it Stokey Sister?
I don't think so.
It was Stokey Sister, wasn't it?
Possibly. Yeah.
I think it was Stokey Sister
that's
who won
possible.
last week. So she didn't participate this evening.
And then
so
Steve-
she can't win.
Steve
Steve Nessie didn't
Nessie,
participate
he's
this
not here
evening either. Now, if you win tonight, you still have the ability to win in 2 weeks when we do our big Super De-Looper draw for the participation awards. But I'm going to A to Z sort it, then I'm going to shuffle it. A to Z sort it again, and I'm going to shuffle it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So good luck to everybody. Here we go.
Oh,
Mr. D Boyd. Command
so close.
Shift 3. Just go ahead and take a full screenshot of my whole entire page. D Boyd, congratulations! You won. D Boyd, I don't know if I have any of your contact information, so I've got. Well, after actually, just go ahead and send an email to rgfinley70@gmail.com. If you're still here, if you're still watching, come over here and hit the stop sharing button. D Boyd, are you still here? If he's not here, well, was that out of focus at home time? A lot of focus. Oh, he's here.
I'm looking crisp and clean myself.
Yeah, send an email to rgfinley70@gmail.com. We're not going to mail that out until a few weeks from now. But everybody else who's won, I have a way to get in contact with them. So Stephen Essie, no one in real life. Jay Bates, no one in real life. Stogie Sister, friends with her on Facebook. So you got anything else you want to say before we wrap up the show?
No. I'm excited about PCA. Actually, I'm in the nerve mode where I'm making sure I pack everything and get everything going and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to putting out some great content. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do in editing and putting everything out.
What was that last part? Putting out everything out.
Okay, so let me go ahead and back up real quick. While Chief is out playing with his friends after the PCA floor closes,
who even knows what
I'm going to be working. I'm going to be working. I'm going to be doing content for you. One of us, that one, is there.
You'll find it eventually.
One of us is there for cigars. The other one's there for you. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, we'll start a time clock. We'll contabulate all of our time codes of how much footage was shot
for the year.
Okay.
For the year.
Okay, so Chief Talk.
No, for the year, Bob the Cigar Guy channel.
Okay, I guarantee,
bruh,
Chief Talk is more,
bruh. No,
it's
because
2 hours.
Because next week I'll just cut my camera on and let it run for 24 hours straight, and that counts.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't count anyway because Chief Talk. I'm on Chief Talk as well. So
no, it's called Chief Talk. Not called
null and voids.
Look, I'm going to end up being on your show. You know I am.
So, I bet you're not. I bet you're going to be hanging out and doing crazy things.
I don't think.
And so. I don't hate you for doing that.
I don't think so. I don't know.
You won't. You are invited. There's always a seat at the show, but do not feel like you have to be there if you don't want to be.
I'm not a. How many videos will you have to edit this year, Chief? So far, for PCA, it looks like about 20 at the moment.
Plus teaser reels and plus you did that cool thing last time where you would take your phone and you would kind of record it and put it on Instagram and stuff like that. That was really. I think that was one of the things that brought people to watch the videos as well. I really think that was great teasers.
Yeah, so I'll record things on my phone, and then I'm also going to take footage from the interviews and turn them into Instagram Reels so that those can also be put on. Short form content can be put on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels.
Right.
Obviously, Instagram Reels port over to Facebook as well. But yeah, I'm going to end the show this evening. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We will not be here next week,
but we will be on.
We might have a live show. We might do a Chief Talk next Thursday. I don't know. If we do a Chief Talk next week, it probably won't be Chief Talk. It'll be one of the Villiger sponsored
PCA After Dark
videos. But I don't know. We'll see.
I got to run around Thursday and find a place I can smoke and has good Wi-Fi.
Thank you all for hanging out with us this week. Thank you to our sponsors, Drew Estate, Cigar. I didn't mention it earlier. You've heard me say it before, but just in case you got your tax money back, you want to go spend a little bit of money on a cigar cutter, cigar lighter, go over to Cigar.com. When you check out, use code Chief Talk. all one word and capitalized. It gets you 15% off your checkout. We don't get any kickback from it, but it lets them know that people are using the code. So go have fun, enjoy yourselves. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye bye.
Yeah, time to relax. Whew, man, I am beat. Whew. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Show's over. Go home. Go home. Show's over. What are you waiting for? You waiting for another show? This is a one-ticket entry. Go. Bye. Go. Go. Go.